Hey, welcome to Bad Loadout series. Doesn't get more basic than this. We have Commando. Tactical dive this week because this ability barely qualifies as a dodge and doesn't do anything other than air stall you or push you up walls, I guess. Suppressive fire because I know how to actually use grenades in this game. And phase round because while I like it, it's frankly just less convenient to use. Anyway, very fun. Let's see what happens. As long as you're doing bad loadouts, I'm fiending for some supercharge. I just did supercharge a couple loadouts ago. That was a very controversial one because everyone was like, supercharge is so good. I'm like, it is. But I don't know, I feel that's the worst variant of the loadout. I don't know. Actually, you know what? The dumbest comment I've ever gotten in my entire life was, oh dude, it was... So in this video, I compared a game to Slay the Spire. I said Slay the Spire is a genre-defining game because of these elements, right? And I think this other game could have like genre-defining elements or something. And this guy was like, actually, you cannot compare Slay the Spire to anything else because it's a different genre. And I was like, yeah. He said that in the form of a multi-paragraph thing, but oh my god, I couldn't even believe what I was reading. It's crazy. It's just what happens though, right? Some people will leave comments who either have had a bad day or don't know how to talk to people, and they'll be really mean. And they're like, it's just a fucking YouTuber who gives a shit. This guy's stupid. And then you'll respond and they'll be like, oh shit, sorry, you're a real person. My humanity like kicked in, right? But sometimes people don't do that actually. They double down because I think they're just, I don't know, but it's interesting. Also, sometimes they use a thesaurus when they type a message to try to appear smarter than they are. Meanwhile, the actual context of what they're saying is like the dumbest shit you've ever read in your entire life. And it's like, put down the thesaurus for a second. You need to work on concepts, my man. And that was part of the dumbest comment I've ever read in my life. 4 paragraphs is the most Reddit thing ever. Yeah, dude. Sometimes what I will do is I will give someone the exact taste of their own medicine, right? I will write in the same way that they're writing, and I will write as much as they wrote, and their immediate reaction is always like, why do you hate me? It's like, brother, oh man. Pride is hard to overcome. It's true. I mean, I've had a lot of comments where like someone will post something and they'll be absolutely right. They'll post something and like, oh, you're wrong about this. And I'm like, dude, fuck. I'm not gonna sit there and argue with them about whatever. That's crazy. Also, this run is insanely good, by the way. A lot of time, my sibling will just respond to rude comments and such with, is that something a normal person would say? And they usually just go, sorry, and delete it. Dude, that's genius. I need to do some shit like that. I need to master the art of... You should get an award if you can make someone mad with like as few words as possible, right? Oh man, I need that. There has to be like some win button where you can just immediately piss someone off with like 2 words. Had someone tell me that Hunter's a bad survivor in that way, and I was too exhausted doing things, so I just dropped it. Sometimes you just have to drop it, you know? You just gotta drop it. You can't help everybody, unfortunately. That's one thing I learned. When I first started trying to help people and teach stuff about this game, I tried to help every single person that I could. Then I realized that some people don't want help, they just want to argue with you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to help you then. Sorry. Professional level rage baiting? Yeah, there's got to be some sort of like hidden key, right? Something that just pisses off everybody. I don't know what it'd be though. Honestly, some of the things in like Zoomer speak that piss me off are the hope this helps shit. Holy fuck. That shit is annoying, actually. That does get me. Phrase like, well, that's my opinion. Basically, I'm saying it can't be wrong. It's opinion when someone is actually mega wrong is definitely a pet peeve. And dismissive like, okay, Lamau can spark paragraphs, but it usually relies on the other person already being mad. Yeah, like that's a good, like, something that continues on the level of like rage. What about a like a you're wrong, hope this helps type fucking message? What about that? Mention my previous email, agree, disagree, it is what it is. I feel like those don't piss you off unless you have a job, and I feel like a lot of the people commenting stupid shit on my videos do not have a job. Let me put it that way. You have to be employed to be mad at those things, honestly. Alright, people about this game I know so much about has honestly helped me understand that people don't always argue in good faith. Oh, definitely not. I think what I've said this before. At its core, this is an easy game. It's not so hard. I think pretty much anyone can beat E8 with just a little bit of practice at some points. And I think because it isn't so hard. People tend to overinflate how good they are compared to other people, or inflate their knowledge about it. I think it's a confidence boosting game for sure. This is not a game where you can just be good at it and be like, yeah, I'm actually like the best gamer ever. I'm good at everything. What are we gonna do with all the multi-shops, man? Guess open them. We don't have an equipment. I met some people that are just instigators and love for the love of the game. I grew up with a friend who loved arguing for the sake of arguing, just because. At a certain point, I just stopped arguing with him and it made him really mad. Or at least disappointed, because I knew he wanted to argue with me, and I wouldn't let him. Let's go for one of these. Feels like people try to play arguments as a game with the intent of winning. Yeah, I mean, the only real winning you can get out of an argument is not being mad afterwards. Not having either person be mad. Clarify, because some people are gonna still think it's a game. It's to share perspective. I'm gonna be honest, I beat E8 first try on most survivors. It really isn't that difficult. Nope. I mean, the game has definitely gotten easier, but even when there was no DLC, I beat some of my E8's first try. It's not like the game is so impossible. I think it's fun though. I think there's elements of it that are types of runs that can be decently hard, as you could do in it that can be pretty difficult. I think gauntlet racing can be pretty hard, especially when you're up against like Faku and Cabbage. It's really consistency is the name of the game. You can show you're consistent, you can show you're good, but winning doesn't necessarily mean much. I have a friend that loves arguing. He always assumes my opposite position. We were both aware of what he was doing and didn't take it too seriously, so it was pretty fun. Yeah, that would drive me crazy. Some people like it though. Okie dokie. Let's definitely get that. Let's get one of these. Let's get that. It's probably the most helpful. FTL is easier. I mean, FTL win streaks are way higher. I feel like it's just not, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying like it may just come down to that like risk of rain. You have to literally focus the entire time you're playing it, and most people just don't pause. FTL has a pause button and a lot of places to stop and think, and I think that helps. It helps so much. If you had asked someone like who plays FTL or someone to play FTL and have him do a no pause, and you only have like, you know, a couple seconds per shop or some shit, it would be more along the line of what's happening here. When you can just think about every move so well, it's easier to play quote perfect. Get caught off guard, yeah, you can just not hear like an enemy or something, or do something very slightly wrong, aim a little bit left. I thought Spire would be easier than Risk Rank 2 unless 5 Ascensions just becomes literally hell. Yeah, I don't know why you thought that. So the Spire is way fucking harder than Risk of Rain by such a huge amount. Maybe the early Ascensions are pretty easy, but that game could get fucking hard. Excuse me, I'm kind of getting pushed out of TP here, but there's a mending everywhere, and the damage is not here yet. One bleed ain't enough. I think it depends on your background for gaming though. I think if you took someone fresh to gaming, they've never played another game in their life, certain games just tend to be easier, right? I think Risk of Rain has a lot of things you have to learn to be good at, or to be acceptable at, that we take for granted because a lot of us have just been playing games for so long. But we're also like adults and we can learn how to play a game, so. See what? I love knowing stupid stuff about this game that is barely useful in practice. True. Same. I could go False Sun this run. Have like a little bit of a rematch between False Sun. This amount of speed is okay. I'm thinking about the bear. At tougher times. We do have a feather though, so I'm not like as concerned, but I think it's fine. I think I would count Antler as like a half speed because it's not always active. Well, I guess that was a really long stage 1, huh? I was not even paying attention, man. I was just talking. So that's what I went through in high school, and that's why I don't know how to study. I think that is actually a common trap. When like you don't have things that challenge you when you're younger, you're really bad at having the discipline to actually be able to learn properly. And then I think that does something else where like in your brain, when you grow up in that kind of environment, you're also like, it might make you too afraid of failure to actually like do the things that you need to, because that's part of like the discipline of learning is failing. But like you may feel too comfortable to actually fail. It spreads. Kids need to be challenged, man. Kids need to learn that failing is okay. A lot of learning comes down to tolerance of failure, correct. Which is tough. That loadout on Commando goes down to using the basic special. I mean, I'm using roll. Roll sucks. And roll, yeah, there's only like 3 choices for any skills in the game. That's a pretty That's what a loadout is, man. So it basically comes down to having a full alternate loadout, yes. Also, I would like to say that some abilities are worse in combination with other abilities, right? Like, some abilities are fine when you have something to make up for it or something, and they can be used in a certain way. Like, for example, Diablo gets a lot easier for people when you have, like, shock beacons, for example. You don't have to be so good at actually placing it down and kiting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Grenade offers me a lot of, like, good single target damage, which means I don't need to rely on Phase Blast. But when I don't have Grenade, relying on Phase Round to do single target damage, I don't have any single target damage anymore, which can make it harder. Making Bubble Shield even worse with mobile turrets is pretty silly. Yeah, stuff like that. Don't give me 3 Beetle Queens for TP, I think we'll be fine. We did get 1 extra bleed, so it kind of helps, but single target damage is still pretty bad. From a double jump, I mean, most of the time, wherever you're standing, it's not a double jump though. Meanwhile, slide is always a double jump, so it is just kind of worse. And I don't even want that, dude. The fuck am I gonna do with that? Ow, dude. I have an irrational fear of hornets and had to deal with a ton. Okay, so let me stop there, actually. No fear of hornets is actually irrational, so let me go on up. Anything that causes you physical pain is not an irrational fear. I think that's a perfectly normal fear. Now, I guess, like, the irrationality level, or the level of fear can turn into irrationality. Like, I won't go outside ever in the world because a hornet exists. I feel like it's people trying to gaslight you, man. But if they're like, hey, go touch the nest, and you're like, no. And they're like, what are you being so irrational? Why are you so emotional right now? Touch the nest. It's like, the fear of hornets and wasps is a phobia, but where it's to the point it causes extreme anxiety, in some cases panic attacks. Like I said, it's the level of the fear, I suppose. But a latent fear of not wanting to feel pain, I think is normal. I've seen a giant hornet before, and I understand the fear. Dude, I still don't know what happened. It was like a couple weeks ago. I woke up, there was a bug on my sliding glass window, just on like the curtain. I walked up with a pillow and I hit it as hard as I could. It was still alive, and so I hit it again. Dude, I had to destroy this thing. It was actually a hornet, and I'm like, how did you get in my house? I mean, I've never seen another one, outside or inside. I don't know how it got there, but it's been a wasp stuck in my window for over a week. I don't know how it's still alive. They're tanks, man. They could live on Mars. Fueled by hatred. Vile creatures, true. For insects always find a way to get inside, but can never find their way outside no matter how hard they try. It's true. I need to get better at that, because I don't want them in my house. I do not like bugs inside of my home. Some people are fine with it. I don't get it. I'll never get it. Seed of Life? Probably the best one in there. Card is the best one right now. Depends on the bug. A spider fly can chill. Flies are the most annoying creatures ever, like, conceived. What do you mean? All insects are equal to my fly swatter? Dude, that's what I'm fucking saying. I don't know what you're talking about. A fly could chill in my house. Oh, there we go. Mosquitoes are the most annoying insect ever conceived. I mean, they're both pretty bad. Had a garage spider who lived in a corner for like 4 months just fine. Had to take him out when he got a wipe. When I got a wipe though, dude. Poor guy. He's just trying his best. Trying to make a family. I think this is gonna go over the side. Still to this very day, I still look at a Shorm and forget that card works with it when I have it in my inventory. Even now, man. I was like, what should I get? Gotta be civil and cup the bugs out of your house, or you're going to hell. Oh, true. Yeah, I'm going to hell. Fires are more scared of you than they are of them. Wrong. They don't know what fear is. They dangle at me on the ceiling. Super spies, they exist to augur fear, dude. I'm not scared of spiders, but they have no reason to be in my house, so. I was especially afraid of one spider that was in my home one time, though. The thing was, like, its thorax, like, its just body, was, like, bigger than a dime. It was like a nickel, dude. It was crazy. Like, it didn't even feel like it should be alive in this part of the world. I've never seen a spider where I could actually, like, I felt like I saw, like, all the hair on it before, either. It was not even, like, a tarantula, but holy shit. It felt like it was closed. I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? It's like, I'm not okay with that being here. I didn't know what that thing was gonna do to me, dude. Probably an orb weaver or wolf spider. I don't know, I never looked it up, actually. Maybe I should have. When the good loadouts return? I don't know, maybe I'll never play a good loadout ever again. Yeah, I should have waited to give those up. I don't know. Another week about a home that apparently was infested with over 2,000 brown recluse spiders. Dude. Was the home lived in, or was it abandoned? How many people didn't live there? Dude, we actually got a real boss from this teleporter. I thought only Hordes of Many could spawn here, actually. I guess it's only air bosses that could spawn here, because there are air nodes. That's just rare for those guys to spawn. Family lived in it for years before they moved and never got hurt. Before they moved. So someone bought this house, or did they actually at some point address that there were 2,000 brown recluse spiders? They do like fucking, you know, home tours and shit, open house, and someone's like, what the fuck? But it warranted a research team to come out and document how many were there. Most people just get moving stuff in the garage, not in the house doing normal things. I guess because they're not in their garage all the time. Meanwhile, in the garage, you're like disrupting their natural habitat. It's actually crazy how many fucking spiders live in the woods and shit. Am I taking the card, or am I taking the Seed of Life? No, I'm not a coward. It's not gonna really proc. I'm gonna get rid of some bleed here. We'll take like 7 or 8 or something. You don't need that many. Yes. Do I get rid of Shorm for the chance at a red? I think so. Well, I especially do now. I did have card though, maybe Transmitter would have been better. Trying to lighten tall grass at night. Dude. They're everywhere, man. I just printed 9 again. Alright, well I'm not going back, so. I didn't mean to. I thought I counted 8. I was wrong. A true use of my time. So distracted by spiders. If I see all those eyes on the grass, I'm coming with a lawnmower, man. I'll show them. Alright, it's gonna spawn in a Mending Titan or some shit. Because it's really not spawning anything. Dude, this map just like doesn't know how to spawn stuff. Why is that? I can't get any of the loot. Yeah, I think if you come here too late, the game doesn't know what to do. Because like usually the game is like, oh, we have to give them something something insane. Yep, there's the Mending Beetle Queen plus 4 other Beetle Queens. Yep, don't mind me. I was fighting Transiting, the director waited for 5 minutes and then spawned Overload and Cremator directly on top of me. Risk of Rain is just a good game. And this thing has some health. This is fine though. I mean, this is actually the best case scenario. I don't have to actually fight anything, and I get money. Runic Lens is a good pick. I think we'll take it. I don't know, does it really do much for us in our build? Wait, we might even get one from one of the chests. Hey, we got the Shorm. Oh my god, my drone blocked me. Jesus Christ. Oh, you got it. Another Lumi. Do I get Runic Lens? I don't know. I just don't really think we need it. But I mean, what do you need with a bleed build? Just more ways to proc bleed. Boomerang, Deathmark, stuff like that. Is Runic Lens ever bad? No, of course not. But is it worth 5 green scrap right now? Without any other proccable thing on it? Like, we have band, but we don't have sticky bombs or ATG or even watches. We have 1 watch. We have like nothing else that helps it. Potential is too high, is it though? Because I feel like I could win right now, what I have. Could get 1 extra bleed stack, true. So this is my mindset, right? I don't need it, and I'd like to see what else the run gives me. I could win. I'm not desperate for whatever else. Taking Runic is greed. Taking it's kind of greed. I don't know. It's fine either way. 5 green scrap? I feel like we're fine. I think it's fine. I need to fucking hit that. No bounds. I have full bleed, man. I don't need it. Why is phase 1 also just so tanky, man? What? Stop. Stop. It's sliding me up the wall. I hate roll, dude. It slid me up like 3 times. What the fuck? Stupid ability, man. That actually might kill me, because I don't have any healing now. I have a neural. Not that it would matter. Runic Lens wouldn't have saved me before anyone wants to open up their mouth about it. Yeah, but it would have changed the physics of the game. Killed it before it got to that point? Surely. At least I healed up. Honestly, Chrono's pretty good here. Can I get any drones back? I don't think so. They're gone to me forever. Wow. No, this is the problem with going False Sun. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Arrived in Hell? Yep. I don't want to be here, man. Worth if you have no Abyssal and Newt? That's true. It's the only thing we get to use the card on this stage. Yo, I got a Sticky Bomb. We have Saw. We can skip Awu maybe at the end of the stage. Oh, these worms are actually gonna potentially destroy my my eggs, though. I don't like that very much. Damn, another item Runic could have procced for the one Sticky Bomb. I'm gonna go False Sun stage 2 and go to Newton Abyssal. Maybe. We have an adaptive chest, a scrapper, which I don't really think we need that much. Maybe the stuff up top, or maybe this is just Sirens. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, the stage sucks. Well, we know that. It's literally nothing on the stage ever. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's why you don't want to destroy the eggs, because then I have to deal with the boss right now. But if I dealt with it after TP, it'd be a lot easier. And there's no extra enemies trying to kill me. Okie dokie. Give me a Assembly Core. Where? There's another one? It's underneath. Wow. Impressive. Goes your home in the future and just keeps mumbling about restoring 2 macro. Dude, I'm gonna be making no sense to nobody. Get the recycler before you pick up the fucking boss thing. And they're like, alright, doctor, what's wrong? He just keeps mumbling gibberish. Just words that just don't make sense. Get the gloop and get the neural out of the boss printer. Take the portal, go to Fields. He's not even saying words anymore. Just sounds. Okay. Let's do the adaptive chest, I guess. I don't know what I want here. Something that does damage. That is actually what I want here. Alright, let's destroy some eggs. Oh. I didn't know we were on the last egg, man. I didn't look at the chat. I didn't see that there was one there. The fuck? Oh no, it destroyed the other one with gas. Dude. Fuck. I was gonna set up for skipping with the saw. Remember one of the last times I fought Awu? Put down like an invisible fucking blue pusher under like an entire hill. Neat. Don't say anything about the runic lens, thanks. I think we're good. Do I even want to take the saw stage 5? Am I fine with the cardamom? Is this greed? Everyone's thinking it? Yeah, when I get my my ATG printer next stage, you'll also be thinking that too, right? Card is never greed. I think it is totally greed. You have a recycler and you take a card instead. Oh, didn't even see that for some reason. Another drone, man. Is this something that I'd want? 4 extra items. 5 extra items. Sure. Ooh, I've never seen a glacial halcyon-knight, I don't think. That thing looks actually pretty cool. I don't like how it's shooting my drones, so I'm scared. It's kind of icy as fuck, dude. That does not view me as a threat at all. Waste. That's why I didn't want to print 9 bleed. Don't acknowledge it. What are you looking for with your 12 white scrap? Excellent question. Damage. Reasonable damage. A little bit more speed maybe would be nice, but defense as well. I'd take an opal printer or something. Aegis Loki better than the runic lens here. True, true. Let me put it this way though. I think that most everyone else should take the runic lens in their run. I don't think I need it. Alright? Beautiful. This is a little bit high off the ground. When it isn't actually gilded. Yeah, they could have, like, made her gilded. I guess that would just make the fight so much worse, though, for the average player. Like, you're getting hit and you have to, like, you can essentially get, like, soft blocked trying to get enough money for the torches to keep getting blasted. I guess fine that isn't. Where's all the loot on this map, though? I need a large chest. We have equipment there. We could do that. That is a large chest. God, roll is something else, man. Just large damage chest? That's what we're looking for. And I'll find how annoying to loot compared to scammers. That is a skill issue. I mean, something could be annoying without it being a skill issue. And yes, I also find it annoying. It's a very vertical map. Favorite corrupted item? I don't think I have one. Polyloot or plasma shrimp or maybe polyloot? I don't know. I like a lot of them. What if I said void band with them? Surely I'll get a empathy core from the boss. Let me sell in phase round. It's an AoE procer, and it's also just fun. Lining enemies up is something you don't get to do very often in this game, only with like Palm Blast and this, I guess. Don't be another Lepton Daisy. Okay, thanks. So it's a cool mini game that I find fun. Oh, okay. It only takes 1 enemy to pierce through to proc bands, so it's mega range. I mean, I like phase blasts. I think it's good, but I don't know. Both are fine. I think phase round plus grenade is like such a fun skill shot loadout, you know what I mean? Lantern? What if we just print all on a lantern and just really see how much attack speed we can get if we're just next to Mithrix? When I come across AoE more than often, I do single target damage. I guess that's why I've gravitated more towards phase blast, but definitely make an effort to try to phase round in more runs. I mean, you don't have to. At the end of the day, it's just, you should just do whatever you find fun or whatever. Unless you're like actively struggling, you know? Like if you're not winning and you go into like Discords or stream chats and you're like, this is actually how to play the game. What are you doing? But like, you know, if you're winning already, you don't need to change up anything. Give me something cool. Do not give me a Shadow Splane, actually. Please. Hey, that could be cool. You know what that's gonna be? Is not going to be cool, actually having to kill it, because it'll just remain underground forever, so I can't bleed it or target it with damage. I miss the days in the very early Risk of Rain where the worms would like fly up in the air at you instead of just being underground the whole time. Like, it was more fun. Like, what are we doing? Oh, thank you. We got a churf. No one's saying anything about what that would synergize with. Speaking of telling people how to play, I remember the forum post about how bad Artificer's kit was. There's been so much discussion about Artificer's kit over the years. I've had people tell me like straight up, like it doesn't matter if you can win super easily with Ion Surge. You have to play Flamethrower. That's how you actually play the game. And I was like, no, it doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be at all, actually. No voids again. I feel like I just don't get that many these days. Maybe it's just the maps I'm going to. Just have lower seed spawn rates. That's probably it. No Murph. Sad. I don't know what equipment I'm taking, so I don't know if I should give up pistol yet. We have 18 green scrap. I'd like to get 2 more. How much white scrap? 16. Do I want any of this? I don't want that. Man, our options for equipment are slim. This is probably the best one. We don't have any crit right now, so. Now I have several things I want to give up. Goodbye card. Enjoy your new life as an equipment drone. I could scrap all of these now. And that one. And do this. Am I taking lanterns? I could take a few. Why not? Let's just try it. I never take this item. It's kind of a small circle though, yeah. Alright, that's fine with me. I learned that buffs of Harvester Scythe and Predator Instinct scale with Proc Wish. I nearly lost it. Wait till you learn about Leeching Seed, man. I don't have a key here, do I? I just have a Shorm. Yeah. Theirs will be 2.5 syringes worth in the Mythic site if you're close. Oh, that's really cool. Why is Lantern so bad? I wish it did something else. That was my feedback, I think. I was like, it just kind of is a syringe. I wish it did something else. But my drones are buffing me, at least. I have 3 lantern stacks worth right now. So it's not doing nothing. I can feel it, but I think it's a little weird because a certain number of stacks, more than one, just becomes meaningless. First change, Wolfo attempted to make it a speed boost. I think it should have been like a crit, a slight crit. This is what killed me last time. They spawned behind me, and I didn't hear them. I didn't even really hear them this time, but I just had a sixth sense that they'd be there. All right, let's see what awesome reds we get here. Okay, Boomerang's actually really good. Laser scope with our ocular HUD. Had a triple check. I had a red scrap. I know I definitely get like 3 of these. Do I think I get laser scope here though. Never share the DLC 3 item type ratios. Nope. John from Gearbox would put my head on a spike and parade it throughout the offices. They're just waiting to kill me, man. You don't get it. I'm playing chicken with people who actually want to kill me. They love if I leak something. They have me on 24/7 surveillance. You know, when Gearbox first person leaked something and stuff, dude, they've leaked so much shit. They genuinely like leaked actually like everything about DLC 2. Like we knew that shit. It was in the game. If you opened up the game files, all of the shit that they added was in the game files. Like, that's crazy. And they leaked DLC to the roadmap. Some of it. Hey, you know, it happens. You know, whatever. It's just funny. Devotion included every single string. I mean, they had, like, all of the audio files. Like, the whole album of, like, all the songs from the DLC was leaked and shit, I think. The Hostile Worlds thing, I felt so bad afterwards. For the people who were here, I found someone leaked me the trailer for Hostile Worlds, the mobile game, and I watched it on stream for like an hour. There were actually a lot of Gearbox people and Hopu people watching that stream. There were a lot of professional people in that stream that day, and looking back on it, I'm like, that did not do me any fucking favors, actually, at all. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I was very mean. But I mean. That's how it goes, you know. Yeah, I was trying to see if I can shrimp up that. I cannot. Seriously? That clone did the craziest combo on me. It hit me up into its orb when it spawned it, the same hit. That's fucked up. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck you, man. What is Hostile Worlds? Don't worry about it, man. It's really tempting fate with that one. Ow. That orb got me. Hey, give me the fucking... Get a kill back. Owie. Guys, we're not kidding. Nope. Sorry I had to find out this way, dude. At least the trailers and the visuals in the trailer are pretty sick. Dude, the bear that jumped off the back of the Commando to take the laser and he like looked back. Oh man, I'll never forget it. Remember how so well designed the devs should pay to have it in the base game, maybe as a modifier for clip design. I would be so for that, actually. I would love that genuinely so much. I always love seeing modders and development teams collaborating. It's very cool.